Hey guys, so today I started working on a new data pack that's meant to make Minecraft more difficult and have some more unique features. I haven't finished the data pack yet, but I have some work that I'd like to show off and get some opinions on. So let's get into that. So the first change you might notice is the fact that I only have 5 hearts. I'm planning on having a more unique thing with health, in which you gain more hearts the longer you play or complete goals, but I haven't implemented that yet, so for now you're just stuck with 5 hearts. Another major change I made is the fact that all mobs now have 50% more health, so this zombie, instead of having the default 20, it now has 30, so it takes a few extra hits to kill. Mobs will now also heal, so I hit him 4 times, so if I leave him alone and don't hit him, the mobs will stay slowly healing again. Once the hits stop, he'll be back at full health, and I can hit him again. He's at full health, and you can see he takes another 5 hits to kill. Now let's quickly go through some of the smaller changes. First of all, the difficulty is always locked to hard. You can see I tried setting it peaceful and it's now back to hard. There are also a few small crafting changes. First of all, bones now only give you 2 bone meal each, and bone blocks take 4 bone meal instead of 9 to craft, which also means they only give you 4 in a turn. Also, blaze rods now only give you 1 blaze powder instead of the default 2. Items now also require the correct furnace smelt, so if you want to smelt food, you have to use a smoker. If you want to smelt ores, you have to use a blast furnace. The only exception is that blast furnaces require iron ingots to make, so you can smelt iron ore in a normal furnace, but it takes twice as long as usual. Another small change is that while you're in the nether, all arrows would catch on fire no matter if you're using a flame burner. This also applies to skeleton arrows though, so skeletons that spawn in the soul sand valley will be even more annoying than usual. With the skeletons also got a slight buff, so now instead of having a stone sword, they have an iron sword, so they deal even more damage. Back in the overworld, skeletons also got a buff. They now have an increased fall range, so if I run away from them, you'll see that they don't stop following me, instead, continue to shoot at me. The normal one for Minecraft is 16 blocks, but I increased that to 35, which is the same as the zombies, because, they're long range shooters. They should be able to shoot you from a long distance. Creepers also got a buff. They will now explode faster, taking only 1 second instead of 1.5 seconds to blow up. And they have an increased blast radius, so instead of blowing up in a blast radius of 3, they have a blast radius of 4, meaning they deal more damage. Another thing about creepers is that while you hit them with anything with fire, they will immediately get ignited and blow up. So now we have some larger changes. The first one being that zombies, whenever you kill them, instead of just dying like normal, they will drop their body onto the ground. This zombie body will, after 20 seconds, will come back to life as a slightly weaker zombie. As you can see, starts to do that, and then he'll pop back up. Zombies that come back to life will be weaker than normal zombies, only having 15 health instead of 30, and they will not drop any loot. Zombies will keep up the cycle of coming back to life until you either have the body and light it on fire, killing it, or if you kill a zombie with a fire aspect sword, they will not drop a body. Now, a couple of the other zombie variants also have a new change. So zombie villagers, when they are killed, they won't drop their body in the ground like normal zombies, but instead spawn a vexager, which is pretty much just a vex that has a villager head and will try to kill you. It isn't as strong as normal vex, but it's still really annoying to kill. The Husk, the sand variant of zombie, also has a new ability. When you get close to him, he'll start having particles around their foot, and after a few seconds, I think 7 to be exact, they will spawn a sand NATO. This will fly at you quickly, giving you levitation and bad effects, and yeah, it's pretty dangerous. One small thing about the sand NATO is that they can only be summoned while the husk is either on sand or red sand, and if it leaves that, it will die. Husks do on red sand though. Instead of having the normal sand NATO, they will spawn a red sand variant of it, which is the exact same but just looks different. That's all I have for this data pack so far. I'm planning in the future to give every single mob their own custom abilities. Probably I'll give the skeletons and their variants and the spider next. Not sure though. If you have any ideas for abilities they could have, then leave them in the comments. I might add them to the game if I think they're pretty cool. But yeah, I'm planning on making this maybe even a weekly series of new changes. So if you want to see that, then subscribe. I have a Twitter, you could follow me there. I haven't posted anything, but I'm gonna planning on it. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.